Hello, I'm Ajay Tegala. I'm a nature conservationist and wildlife presenter. I've appeared on Spring Watch, Unsprung, Coast and Curious Creatures. As a child, I always loved seeing new things, seeing wildlife, and I think that led to a real appreciation for the wonder of nature. Early mornings when it's peaceful and you can hear the birdsong are just such a special time. Well, I really do love working with the grazing animals we have here, with the Highland cattle and the conic ponies. They've all got different characters. My relationship with the outdoors is much like a friendship. It's something very special that has to be grown and nurtured, and then if you put the time in, it can be most rewarding. The idea that it's good for you to be out in the fresh air is really important. I've always felt that, actually. I've always felt happy when I'm outside. Little terns face so many pressures, from food availability to disturbance by people and dogs, through to predation as well, but also flooding. That the answer came from across the country. There's people been making these decoys, and this is one we've made.
Oh, yes.
And the idea is that these look like little terns, and you put them
vaguely
in the suitable places. Well, yeah. Little terns think so. Yeah.
It's a hell of a beak on that little tern, to be honest with you.
Well, if it's too fine, it falls off. So we put them in areas that won't get flooded,
right.
And the idea is that they then successfully nest. And I saw one of these.
A bittern.
So
did you? OK. Did it look like that? Because if it did, you need some new binoculars. Don't scream.
What is the difference between a common seal and a grey seal?
Well, the common seals generally are the cuter ones. So these behind us, they've got nice round, smiley faces, quite cat-like. Whereas the grey seals, larger and they've got more speckling on them. And they've got more pointed, long noses, so they've got more of a dog-like appearance.
Ajay, have you ever had a pelican pass you by in Norfolk?
I've never seen a pelican in Norfolk. No, we had a couple of Chilean flamingos that escaped from a zoo and flew past. That was quite unusual, but yeah, never a pelican.
So what do we think?
If it's close to the limit, maybe that is the limit. Maybe it could be that much.
I'm leaning that way. We're going to go yay for that.
Good call. You're absolutely right. What were you thinking, Ajay?
Well, I was thinking raccoon when you said the stripy tail.
Yeah, their ears are a little bit big.
But as they grow, things will get more in proportion, potentially.
Indeed. Yeah. So we're going to go raccoon.
Let's see if you're right.
Yeah.
You are. Chris and Ajay have blown away the competition and are today's winners.
And when you're pond dipping, just be very gentle. Don't stir up the silt too much. And be respectful to the insects. Handle them with care, and also don't keep them out of the water for too long. Have a good look and then return them back to the pond that they came from.
I'm here on my in-laws' farm in the Norfolk Broads, and this area behind me here is one of my favourite spots on the whole farm because it's great for wildlife. There's a woodland strip beside a stream, and in here we've had buzzards and hobbies breeding.
Ajay Tegala from the National Trust is leading me to the beach.
And this little tyke is, what, about 3 weeks old?
Yeah, almost finished molting, just a tiny bit of fur on its back.
Oh, yeah.
Ajay keeps lookout with our night vision scope.
What's shot is history, what's missed is mystery. It was a learning process. In 1884, a couple of brothers from London travelled down and found a bird called the bluethroat.
That was in the Victorian times, when everybody was out shooting and they were making hats out of birds, for example. Seeing them so close, they're actually really beautiful, and we should be protecting them rather than shooting them.
Today we're getting in this fence line. It was put up to protect a breeding oyster catcher, and she's now fledged 2 chicks and they've moved on, so we can get the fence down. For over 100 years there's been somebody out here protecting the birds.
Get old in a place like this?
Yeah.
Be all right, wouldn't it?
As long as you can still get up that ladder, I suppose. Yeah.